Hello there. Oh, sat on my desk today, I have three smart plugs. This is a bit of a lineage of smart plugs. This little guy here is an original AlertMe system smart plug. This was one of the first home automation systems. And the reason for making this video is that although AlertMe no longer exist, kind of, they were actually bought by British Gas and turned into this company, Hive. Although their home automation system no longer works, it is offline, the cloud service has been switched off, you can actually still use these. There's a few different ways to do it. The one that I've been tinkering with recently is a system which is currently in was beta test and then gamma test called SystronicsRF. Don't think I'm supposed to say a huge amount about it, but it's a replacement home automation system which you can use with a whole variety of different devices, so not just Hive products and AlertMe products. Also, I quite like these Akara products, little buttons, bits and pieces like that. But what I found is that, different to all of the other smart plugs that I've messed about with, these AlertMe ones actually have a battery backup inside. And as I've been pairing these and testing them with the new system, what you find is that when the battery's dead and no longer takes a charge, the smart plug freaks out at various points. It freaks out when the power's lost, and occasionally it will attempt to flick the relay on and off. It freaks out when it's plugged in and attempts to charge the battery. And the funny thing is that actually if you just unplug the battery, take it out, it works perfectly fine. But also you can get replacements for the batteries in here if you really want to have that. The idea was that if the power failed, you could still control whether the plug was on or off. So if you had a total power failure, hang on, let's see if I can dig this out. Your AlertMe hub could still have a chat with your AlertMe smart plug. Actually, this thing's pretty cool. I might do a video on this at some point. This is the original AlertMe hub, which had a SIM slot, and is that orange? Yeah, so you could you'd use this to be able to communicate either over GPRS, I think it was, if your network was down. It acted as a home security system. Yeah, I'll do this separately. I'm getting sidetracked, but this is pretty cool. Down there. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to do a quick video to show how to get inside this thing, how simple it is, really easy. Take the battery out, the thing will work fine. If you want to keep using it with a battery, it's about £3 to get yourself a replacement nickel metal hydride pack to go in this. As you can see, there's a set of screwdrivers here. This is the current Hive smart plug. I'm not going to be taking this apart because I actually need this one. But as you can see, there are, well, no screws visible. Under this sort of vanity plate, I'm sure there'll either be a couple of screws hidden here, or it's going to be a job of prying something down there. And to be honest, I just really don't want to do that. Well, I still need this in working order, so I shall put that over there. But we'll have a quick look at these guys just to see the difference and get this battery done. So stop messing around and do that. All you have to do, grab yourself a screwdriver. It is a lovely standard Phillips head that they use. And there are just two screws. So pop that right there. That one out there. Lift it up from the bottom and give it a bit of a wiggle. And obviously with any stuff that is designed for mains voltage, I mean, there are a couple of capacitors in here. So you just have to give this a wiggle. There you go, you can see there's two little tabs here you just have to disengage. And these are the two places that it locates. You just need to know that for when you're clipping the thing back on. If you've had this in recently, there might be a bit of charge in these capacitors. Just, don't go prodding your finger about in there too much. Little capacitor there. So basically, you can see the battery's already flopped out here. This is a little 3 AAA pack, and if you just get hold the cable. You should really get hold of this this little plug here, but to be honest, you are not wanting to keep this anymore. This isn't going to do you any good. Please make sure it is recycled responsibly. Nickel metal hydride pack. It's actually 3 AAA cells, all serial together. Gives you about 4.5 volts, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So you get, hang on, be 1.2 if it's rechargeable. So about 3.6 volts out of this. You can buy these. I shall put a link in the video description, as people do. They're about £3. They're used for baby monitors. So if you just do a search on eBay for 3.6 volt baby monitor battery pack or words to that effect, just make sure it's nickel metal hydride. There's no clever charging circuitry in here for things like lithium ion cells. So yeah, whatever you do, don't go putting anything like that in here. So that's the pack. So yeah, if you have bought another one of those, obviously just plug it in. And the trick, actually, I'll just shove this one back in because it is a little bit of a knack to just aligning things. You have to make sure your cable goes underneath and folds over, and then it kind of tucks in there like that, right up against those bottom contacts. It's all right. There's a nice bit of clearance in there, but I have been removing these from smart plugs that I've been using, and then continuing to use the smart plug with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, what you can see in here, you've got a 5 volt operated nice Omron 250 volt rated relay. This does the switching of the live, which goes under here. Then your earth and your neutral, they're just a pass through from these pins on the back. All of the clever stuff really is done up here on this power monitor board, because these guys, there's a temperature monitor in here, which is always a bit funky because this gets warm, so it's not great for getting the temperature of your room, but it can give you a temperature. This is the little antenna for the 2.4 gig ZigBee network. There's the button, and obviously it says power monitor. It does monitor the power. Every one of these that you plug in will give you a power usage for whatever's being pulled through this. As I mentioned, SystronicsRF is the platform that I'm hooking these up to at the moment. It's Gamma Test, I think it is at the moment. Have a look out for it. I think it's SystronicsRF.com. I'll put a link again. And it's really good because if you have had things like the AlertMe Smart Plugs or the motion sensors or the buttons or the key fobs or even the Hive sensors or buttons that have gone slightly yellow. It even works with some of the Akara stuff. It doesn't actually work with these buttons at the moment, but I'm sure that's something that they'll add. But these are great. This and the weird cube and things like that. They're pretty cool. Works with the wall lights, where you can actually replace your wall light switch with one of these Akara products, which is the same size as a UK one, so you can just straight up swap out your UK light switches for these remote controllable ones. Anyway, so that's a very brief mention of Systronics there. So there we go, getting it back together. Throw the cover on, give it a click, and then just put the batteries, put the screws back in. Put the batteries back in if you like. Little hint that I always tell people: if you're putting self-tapping screws like these back into a plastic chassis, drop the screw in, put the screwdriver in. I don't want to teach it the suck eggs, but just in case you don't know, turn it backwards until you feel a little click, and that's the start of the thread that it originally made when it was put in from the factory. If you don't do that, it'll cut a new thread every time, and eventually it will just cross thread and you won't be able to screw the screw in anymore, which for something you plug into the mains, you definitely do not want this coming apart. Once it's back together, check it's all nice and sound, check that the button actuates on the top, And then if I lean down here, yeah, I know, it's I've got a few of these things. Plug that in there, and it takes a little while to hook itself back up, but as you can see, oh, there we go. It's on my network now. Lights come on. It's got its information, so oh, I don't believe it. Look at this. By pressing those buttons, the reset procedure for this is that you press this repeatedly when you plug it back in after a reboot. So I've actually just reset this. I will now have to pair it back with my network. Is that worth doing? Well, why not? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm going to cut this from the video if it proves to be particularly dull. That's still flashing? Yeah, okay. Install device. I shall choose my network. I shall choose my smart plug. Now, if this stops flashing, hopefully it means that it'll be chatting with my network and saying, hey guys, I'd like to join. Ooh. Is it working? I think it is back. Yeah. Okay, that has rejoined my network now. When you get a double flash on here, that's the information that tells you that it's in pairing mode. On the system, this new SystronicsRF system, you can stick it into pairing mode, and if it knows the device already, for some reason, if this has lost its communication to the network, stick the system into pairing mode and it'll hook back up again. When I'm allowed to, I'll maybe do some screenshots and a bit of video and, you know, screenshots, screen capture, to show you how that system works and a few bits and bobs like that if you're interested. Yeah. So that is how you swap out the battery. Well, how you remove the battery from this and swap it out if you want to.